Good morning, children. Today our topic is electricity and circuits. What is electricity? You all know electricity. It's very important for our living. We cannot imagine a day without electricity because the things we use, they're all dependent on electricity, right? So the day begins with the things that work with electricity. So you need a digital alarm to give you a wake up ring. So that is based on electricity. To see the time, the wall clock, it runs on electricity. You need to put a cell in that. And you wanted to see the news, weather report. So the TV, it runs on electricity. Your mother cooks, she prepares the tiffin, breakfast to you, and she uses mixer, grinder, toaster, all these works on electricity. So you wanted to see yourself in the mirror, you need to light the bulb in your house, you need electricity. To iron your shirt, you need an iron press, so you need electricity. You wanted to take a bath, shower, so for the geyser you need electricity. See that just in 1 hour of time, by the time you wake up to go to the school, so there will be around some 1 to 2 hours of time. In this 2 hours of time, how many gadgets or devices that work on electricity that you are using? So if there is no electricity, there is no power, just imagine how you will get ready to the school. There is no press to the shirt, there is no iron to the shirt. Yes? So no tiffin is ready. Yes, that is the fact. There is no hot water in the geyser. So likewise, we face a number of problems. It's countless because everything that we use today is working on electricity. So it's very important. So here now we are learning the physics behind this electricity, the science of electricity, how it works, how it is produced, how it is utilized, how it is preserved, how we can make use of electricity and how it works. These kind of questions will be answered in this electricity. So you will be learning about electricity from class 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So till class 12 you will be learning about electricity. There is such a lot that is there which you have to learn about electricity, right? Because the future is all about electronics, robotics, computers, everything that works on electricity. So that is the importance of this particular topic, electricity and circuits. Circuit is nothing but a path. It's a path. I will explain you what is the circuit later. Now let us just look at the electricity. So when I talk about electricity, what gets into your mind is electric bulb, right? So electric bulb, it glows with electricity. Okay. So where do you find the bulbs? We find the bulbs in the rooms and we find small bulbs in the torch lights. Have you ever seen a torch bulb? A bulb fixed in a torch light. It works on battery. It works on battery, right? Now let us see the construction of a battery and the construction of a light bulb. So now let's see electric cell. What is this electric cell? We are using this electric cell in our TV remote. So you have a TV remote or your set-top box remote where you place the cells. We use the cells in torchlight, right? So how is the cell? The cell, it has got two major parts. One, it has got a metal cap, and at the bottom it has got a metal disc. So if you see that it is a cylindrical object which is packed up with some chemicals. So what are there? There are certain chemicals inside. We can observe one more thing. We can see a sign plus over here and minus sign at the bottom. We call this one as positive terminal. This one as negative terminal. Positive terminal and negative terminal. So this is all about the electric cell. Electric cell is a source of electricity. It's a source of electricity. We are going to learn about electricity. That's why we are learning about electric cell, because this is the source of electricity. You may get a doubt that, does it mean that we are getting all the electricity from the cell? No. Electric cell is a very small source of electricity, very little electricity. Why we are using this electric cell to do our activities? Because we don't need very high amount of electricity, because it is dangerous. It's a very dangerous. You might be seeing the caution. You might be seeing the caution on the things that are involved with large amounts of electricity. You will find this skull symbol. This is the symbol of danger. You might see this kind of symbol on the transformers, which hold very large amount of electricity. So, electricity, it is very, very helpful for us, but when it is in large quantity, it is harmful or dangerous. If you touch it, we may get shock and it may kill us. So, it has got that much of power. So, we should be very, very careful while handling the electric appliances. Even your TV or radio or washing machine or toaster or whatsoever, we cannot simply open it and repair that when it is powered on, because the power is 240 volts, very high. So that much of electricity is dangerous. We get electric shock, sometimes may lead to death also. So that is a very dangerous one. So whatsoever the activities that are discussed in this lesson, they are involved with very little amount of electricity. That is with the cell, which is around 1.5 volts, that's all. If you hold this cell, if you put your finger in this electric current 1.5 volts, you won't get a shock, because it is very small, very less quantity. So electric cell is a source of electrical energy in a very small quantity. That small quantity is enough for our activities. We don't need 240 volts electricity. So never ever try to do experiments by putting the wires in the plug boxes or switches. So never do that. It's very, very dangerous. So this is a very important caution that you have to keep it in your mind. So you never do any experiment with the electricity that you find in your house, in your switchboard and all. So only thing that we can take a very simple source of electricity, that is the electric cell. That is the reason why we are studying the electric cell now. The electric cell, it's a cylindrical body. It has got a metal cap on its top and it is written positive. It's a positive terminal, and at the bottom we have a metal disc labeled as a minus, that is the negative terminal. Inside the cell, there are certain chemicals which are packed up. So this cell, it provides the electricity. Once the chemicals are used up, the cell, it becomes powerless. Then we throw it off and we buy a new one, right? Cells are used in remotes and in wall clocks and any other smart torch lights, simple electrical gadgets. We use the batteries. You might be using in your remote control car, you use the cell, electric cell. In any of these small toys that has got sound and lighting, in the toys also we use this electric cell. In some calculators and such devices also they use electric cells. So we have seen about the electric cell. Now we need one more device for our activities, that is the electric bulb. This is the electric bulb. So now see here, the bulb has got a glass body, it's like a glass sphere. At the bottom it has got a metal base. Now see that the metal base has got two terminals. This is one terminal, this is another terminal. If you observe the inner contents of the bulb, inside you can see two thick wires. One thick wire is connected to one terminal. The other thick wire is connected to the other terminal of the bulb from inner side. And the care is taken that both these terminals are not attached, not touching anywhere. That's very, very important. So here, if you connect any wire here, the wire it take the electricity to this terminal. If you connect any wire here, this wire take the electricity to this terminal. Here is one terminal, here is one terminal. So the thicker wires, both the thick wires are connected by a thin coil. You find a coil over here This thin coil is called as filament. It's a very important part of an electrical bulb. So this filament, when the electricity is passing through that, the filament it glow and it produces light. The filament, what does it give? Light. What is the purpose of a bulb? It's to produce light. So which part of the bulb is glowing? Filament. So the whole thing is kept in a glass. Why glass? Because it's transparent. So by that the light can come out. And inside the glass, what is there? Vacuum. The air is removed. Because if there is any air, once the filament it glows, it burns. Turns to ash. It's not burning because there is no air. Air is removed and what is there? Vacuum. Vacuum in the sense nothing is there. Right? So in the vacuum, we have two thick wires that are connected by a thin coil called as filament. These are the parts of the electric bulb. So we have seen what is an electric cell and what are the parts of it, and what is an electric bulb and what are the parts of it. Now we are going to find the connection between these electric cell and electric bulb. How we can use the electrical energy that is in the cell to light this bulb. Let's see. So we wanted to see that how the bulb glows when it is given electricity. So how to give this electricity to this bulb? The electricity is there in the cell. So how can we give this electricity from the cell to the bulb? We have to supply it. How can we supply that? Through a conductor. Conductor is nothing but a wire. It's better material like copper and aluminum are better conductors. So by using some copper wire, we can make the electricity flow from this battery to the bulb. So let us see, here we need a wire. Wire is a conductor. So you can fix the wire to one terminal of the battery and the other end of the wire to the terminal of the bulb. You can fix it with the help of soldering iron, or we can use the electricians, they use the tape or a rubber band, you can fix it. And one more conductor or the wire from the other terminal of the battery to the other terminal of the bulb. If you do so, you can see the bulb glowing. Right. So, to make a bulb glow, we need a source, that is the battery or the cell. We need a cell, electric cell. We need conductor, that is the wire. We need the electric bulb. So I told you this, and I have given you a bulb, wire and battery. I have given it to some 6 students. They tried on their own way of making the bulb glow, but only a few succeeded and others failed. Let us see why some people failed and how could some people make the bulb glow. So let us see, this is how the 6 students, they made their connections, that is between the battery, that is between the cell and the bulb. But only a few are glowing and rest are not glowing. Let us see the thing. So let us observe A. It's fine, it's glowing. It's glowing. And C, no. B, no. D, no. E, no. F, it's glowing. So only here we find 2 setups are glowing, rest are not glowing. Let us find the reason why Mr. B is not glowing. Here, one wire from the terminal, the positive terminal of the battery is connected to one terminal of the bulb. Whereas from the other terminal of the bulb, the wire O, you find it breaking here. So there is no connection between these 2 wires. The circuit is broken. So there is no bulb glowing. You see this case, here from this terminal, the wire is connected to the terminal of the bulb. Whereas from the top terminal, positive terminal of the battery, the wire is not connected. Here there is a break. There is a cut. So this is not glowing. Let's see the case of D. Here we find that there is a wire coming from the positive terminal, but it is not connected to the bulb. So from the negative terminal, the wire is connected. From the negative terminal, the wire is connected to 2 terminals of the bulb. In this case, there is no flow of electricity, right? Because here one terminal of the bulb should be connected to positive terminal of the cell and the other terminal of the bulb should be connected to the negative terminal of the cell. It's not done. Now let us see the other case. Here in this case also, you see that from the positive terminal, two wires are coming and they are connected to two terminals of the bulb. From the negative terminal, the wire is not connected. So here also, no. Here you see it is little confusing, but it is exactly as like A. Only here, see, this terminal of the battery is connected to this terminal of the bulb and this terminal of the battery is connected to this terminal. Either ways, the bulb glows. Okay. So now what we can conclude is that whenever you wanted to make the electric current or electricity to flow from the source to the device, it should be properly connected. The terminals of the cell and the terminals of the device are to be properly connected. Then only you can make the device work. So whenever you properly connect like this, now this is a closed circuit. Closed circuit. What is circuit? It is a path in which the current flows. Now see the positive and negative. The current begins here. It go like this, like this, like this, like this, like this to the bulb, and in the bulb it travels in the filament and it comes like this, like this, like this. So you can put arrow marks how the electric current is going to the bulb and how it is coming back to the battery. But whatever the electric current is going to the bulb, the whole electricity is not coming back. Some of the electricity is used in the form of light. Some of the electricity is used in the form of light. So some electricity is going in and some is coming out. You can see the arrow marks, but some electricity is used in the form of light. So this is the way how in a closed circuit the current flows.